Right, dear children, welcome back to the class. Already we had one practice session on light reflection and refraction. We had this practice session, no? First practice session we had, and second practice session is also must. So that's why today we have a test at 10 o'clock now. So that's why we are going to have this second practice session. Now, do you think you need this second practice session, dear children? Is it needed for you guys or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, I mean, are you
Yes,
excited
sir.
to solve questions? I mean, don't see into anybody else's. I mean, already you are there in home. You won't be seeing, I know. So if you're excited, let's get started and let us solve some of the problems. Okay, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let us try to understand this. Okay, right. Do this question, all of you. Explain, explain refraction of light. Explain refraction of light through through a glass slab. Through a glass slab. Explain refraction of light through a glass slab with ray diagram. With ray diagram. Define the term. Define the term lateral shift. Define the term lateral shift. This is a 3-mark question. 2 mark for explaining that refraction of light through a glass slab with ray diagram. Another mark for this lateral shift. What is the meaning of lateral shift? Okay. Please do this question, all of you. This is very simple question. No? You may be knowing in the online class, live class. I told you how refraction happens through a glass slab. First, you have to draw one glass slab. No, with the help of scale and pencil, draw this glass slab. Okay, name it A, B, C, D. Here you take one normal. Okay, and this is the incident ray, and this one is known as angle of incidence. All right. Now this one is known as angle of refraction, and here also you take one normal. Now rarer to denser it was coming, that's why it bends towards the normal. Now denser to rarer means it bends away from the normal, no, like this. Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Now this angle is known as angle of emergence, no? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And how about this? This is R only, no? This angle of incidence, but it is equal to R only, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes they may ask you ABCD is a glass slab. This is 30 degree. This is 10 degree. What about this angle? This is 30 degree. This is 10 degree. How about this angle? At that time, you should be able to tell that. Okay. So you have to mention here. What you have to mention here with different letters. So what you can mention, this is like a PQ. You can give the name PQ. Then you can give R. Then you can give S. What is PQ? Tell me.
Incidents.
Yeah, incident ray. What is QR? Refracted ray.
Refracted.
Correct. What about RS? Emergent,
Emergency.
right? Yeah, emergent ray. So that's what you need to understand. Then afterwards, you have to say I is angle of incidence, correct? Angle of incidence, correct? No? And R means you should say angle of refraction, correct? No, dear children, are you following all this?
Yes, sir.
R means angle of refraction. Now, what about E?
Angle
Angle
of
of
emergency.
this. Yeah, this is the explanation. What you are supposed to give. No need to write any sentences at all. Okay, angle of emergence. For this, how many marks will you get? 2
Three
marks you will get.
marks.
Two.
No, for this much you will get 2 marks. Now, lateral shift they're asking, no, this incident ray original path is there, no, just extend it. Okay, and extend the path of, no need to extend also. I mean, you can just do that. So the distance between them, this incident ray extended and emergent ray is fixed, no? That distance we call it as D, right?
Yes, sir.
So that distance itself is called lateral shift, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's what we are supposed to write now. So by extending this D we have written, no? That definition we should give. What definition we should give? We should tell that incident ray extended, and emergent ray. Incident ray extended and emergent ray are parallel to each other, no? Are parallel to each other and fixed distance between them. And fixed distance between them. And fixed distance between them is called lateral shift, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is what lateral shift. If you write this much perfect answer, you'll get 3 marks. Okay, dear children?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shall we go for another problem?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us try to understand one more problem here. Everybody wrote this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now please write it down quickly. Priyanka, just confirm how many have joined?
30, sir.
30. Kirtana Amangi, are you there? Kirtana? I think she's not there. Fazal, are you there? Fazal? Fazal? Okay. So I'm going to give you next question. Please do this question. An image is formed behind the mirror at a distance of 10 centimeter when an object is placed at a distance of 15 centimeter in front of concave mirror. Find focal length of the mirror. Do this question, all of you. Find focal length of mirror. Very important question it is. If you understand complete meaning of all this image formation and depth of this, then you will understand this problem and you will be able to do it. Complete problem it is. An image is formed behind the mirror at a distance of 10 centimeter when an object is placed at a distance of 15 centimeter in front of concave mirror. So are you sure that there is a concave mirror?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now there is a concave mirror where the object is placed. Object is placed at a distance of 15 centimeter in front of concave mirror, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or?
Yes,
So
sir.
there must be, here must be the object, no? So this must be the object, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes or? So here this must be the object. Now what is the object distance, dear children? Object distance is like minus 15 centimeter, no?
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now where the image is formed, it's behind the mirror, means this side, no? Here maybe, I mean, it may be erect, it may be inverted, we are not worrying about that. So here will be the image, no? Actually it will be, it will be inverted, no? So, no, not inverted, it will be erect, no, behind the mirror means. So let us take, here is the image. Clear, dear children? We don't know whether it is erect or inverted, but with our experience, we are able to tell that this is erect image. Because behind the mirror, we form erect image. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So look at this. An image is found behind the mirror at a distance of 10 centimeter. That means this image distance, whatever it is there, no, is it plus 10 or minus 10?
Plus 10.
Plus 10,
Plus
no?
10.
Why? Because along the direction of light. Yes, you know that sign convention. Now they're asking focal length. It's very simple, no, done. Over. So 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. That's it. Okay?
Sir, mirror formula is 1 by f is equal
Plus
to 1 by v plus 1 by v, no?
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Please write 1 by f equal to 1 by v plus 1 by u. 1 by f is equal to 1 by v means 1 by 10 plus 1 by u means 1 by minus 1. Clear now? This one is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is like 1 by f is equal to what is the LCM? LCM is like 30 now.
Yes, sir.
10 threes are, then 15 twos are. So it becomes 3 minus 2, right?
Yes, sir.
It becomes 3 minus 2. All right. So 3 minus. Yes, everybody knows it. No, why it becomes 3 minus 2?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So done. Over. So 1 by f is equal to 1 by 30 and f is equal to 30 centimeters. So this is the focal length. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think this thing should be very, very clear to you. Shall we go for next question?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Write it down quickly so that we can solve some more questions on this. An image, an erect image half the size of object is formed. Half the size of object is formed when an object is placed in front of a convex mirror, at a distance of 25 centimeter. At a distance of 25 centimeter. An erect image half the size of object is formed when an object is placed in front of a convex mirror at a distance of 25 centimeter. Find radius of curvature. Find radius of curvature of the mirror. Do it. Find radius of curvature of the mirror. Do this question. Very important question. It will clarify all your concepts. I think everybody should be able to do this question. An erect image half the size of object is formed. That means what is the value of magnification, dear children?
Half, sir.
Yes. Is it plus half or minus half?
Plus half, sir.
Plus,
Why
sir.
it is plus? Why it is plus? Because it is erect image. Why it is half? Because the size of the image is half the size of object means you can look at this, no, magnification equal to hi by ho. Yes or no? So if it is 4 centimeter, it should be half means 2. So 2 ones are 2 twos are. So it becomes 1 by 2, no? That's why. Yeah. Correct now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Now object distance they have given. What is object distance? They have given it is like 25 centimeter. This is minus 25 centimeter, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then afterwards, what they're asking? They're asking for radius of curvature. Radius of curvature means we need focal length. We need focal length means we need a V. Correct, no? Yes. By using this, I can find out the value of V, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Easily we can find the value of V. So
GA
that is like
one.
M. Yes,
GA.
please don't talk. Please sit in a place where there is no disturbance. Please. M equal to what is there? Minus V divided by U, no? Please turn off your mics, all of you. Disturbance is there. Please. We don't want the class to be disturbed. Minus, then bracket V, we don't know. But U, what is the value of U? Minus 25, no? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Yes
Yes,
or
sir.
no? Same thing. I mean, everything is same now. So it is like we'll cancel this minus minus also. M is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is equal to V by 25. So let me keep V there only. V is equal to what it comes? It comes to be 25 by 2 centimeter. No, let it be like this only. This is not our final destination. Clear? What is the value of V? 22 by, sorry, 25 divided by 2 centimeter. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Now, can I calculate the focal length? Because focal length, the formula I have, what is that? 1 by F is equal to 1 by V plus 1 by U. And 1 by V means 1 divided by, what is the value of V? 25 by 2. V is like 25 by 2. 1 divided by 25 by 2 plus 1 divided by U means what is there? U means minus 25 is there. Clear, dear children? Yes or no? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now this 1 divided by 25 by 2 becomes 2 by 25, no? And that becomes minus 1 by 25, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, just think over it, okay? 2 minus 1 is like 1, 1 by 25. So 1 by F equal to 1 by 25. F is equal to 25 centimeter, no? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Then afterwards, I want radius of curvature. Radius of curvature equal to 2F, right? So here only I'll just do it. R is equal to 2F. 2F means R is equal to 2 into F is like 25. And R is equal to 2 into 25 means 50 centimeter, no? Hmm?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we followed all the steps of mathematics and we got this answer. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
sir.
hope everybody got it. Now tell me, in a lens and mirror, if any numerical come, will you solve it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
In lens mirror, any problem comes, no, you should be able to solve it. Okay, dear children? Numerical.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me go to one more question. Shall I go to one more question? Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do this question, all of you. Simple question. Okay. Do this is also very important. Okay. Radius of curvature. Radius of curvature of a concave lens. Radius of curvature of a concave lens is 10 centimeter. Find its power. Find its power. Neatly you have to do this, okay? Very neatly. Radius of curvature is equal to plus 10 or minus 10, dear children? Minus, no?
Yes, sir.
Why
Yes,
it is
sir.
concave lens? No, that's why. Concave lens means minus, I told you. All right. Now, what will be the focal length? Focal length is equal to minus 10 by 2, and that is equal to 2 ones are 2 fives, and it becomes minus 5 centimeter, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hmm?
sir.
Yeah. Then afterwards, this focal length, I want to continue this. Focal length becomes minus 5 by 100 meter, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Because then power is equal to 1 by F. 1 by f means it becomes a 1 divided by minus 5 by 100. So this power becomes 100 by minus 5, or minus you can keep it outside also. So 100 divided by 5 it becomes 5 ones are 5 twos are then zeros are. Then power is equal to minus 20 diopter, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? I hope everybody got it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shall I go to next question?
Yes, sir.
Simple, no? It is, dear children. This question is simple, right? But the thing is, you must get full marks, 100% marks in this kind of questions. Okay. Shall I go to next question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do this question. If a focal length of a lens is, if focal length of a lens is halved also they say, halved means half. If focal length of a lens is halved, power will become half. Power will become double. See, power will become 4 times. No change. Power will not change. Which one is correct? If it is just option wise, you can do it, but there should be some mathematical steps for this, no? So you have to do that. What is the correct answer for this, dear children? Anybody got the answer?
B, sir. B,
Which
sir.
one? Yeah, B. Yes, correct. B is the right answer. Correct it is. Okay. How to do it? If focal length of a lens is halved, that is like yes, tell me how to
B
do it.
equal to 1.
Now, initially, yeah, you take first case. What is the first case? Here I have focal length f. Okay. So what will be the power? Power will be equal to 1 by f, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Now,
Yes, sir.
second case. I am taking second case. Here I am getting new focal length. What is that new focal length? F dash. That f dash is equal to f by 2 or not?
Yes, sir.
So that's why, yes, are you getting my point? Here the focal length was f, I mean initially, normal thing. Now, if the focal length is becoming half means the power will also become new, no? So that is like P dash. P dash is equal to, what is the formula? 1 by f dash, no?
Yes, sir.
So then afterwards, I can write this as 1 divided by f dash means f by 2, right? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Then just think over it, okay? Think over it, dear children, mathematically, because you should have strong mathematics. I told you this is simple mathematics, okay? So yeah, P dash is equal to 1 divided by f by 2 is that means. Can I write it as 2 by f?
Yes, sir.
1
Yes.
divided by f by 2 means 2 by f I can write. Then this 2 by f can be written as 2 into 1 by f. 2 into 1 by f. Then P dash is equal to 2 into 1 by f means P, right? 1 by f equal to P we got. So that means, look at this new power got doubled, no?
Yes, sir.
So that is like the option B is correct for this, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Basically, what we're saying, if you decrease focal length, what will increase? Power will increase. And if you increase focal length, power will decrease. Understood?
Decrease.
Yeah. They're inversely proportional to each other. If they're asking you what is the relation between power of lens and its focal length, then you have to say they are inversely proportional to each other and power is equal to 1 by f. That's what you are supposed to write. Okay. Got it now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I think you are able to catch all these kind of questions, dear children. Hmm? This is extra data. Extra data is in, I mean, not in this problem. I have given you this data so that you understand it and you write it. Okay. Shall I go to next question?
Yes, sir.
Now, what kind of questions can be asked? I mean, other than this, I mean, related to refraction also, we have done all kinds of questions now. Okay. Now do this. Speeds of light in medium 1 and medium 2 are 3 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second and 1.5 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Find ratio of refractive indices of medium 1 to medium 2. Medium 1 to medium 2. Do this question. Speeds of light in medium 1 and medium 2 are 3 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second and 1.5 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Find ratio of refractive indices of medium 1 to medium 2. Of course, these are absolute refractive indices, okay? Of course, these are absolute refractive indices.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All the time, it won't be absolute refractive index. Sometimes it will be relative refractive index also. What is the absolute refractive index of medium 1? It's like C divided by speed of light in medium 1, no? C is 3 into 10 to the power 8. And what is the value of V1? V1 is like the speed of light in first medium is 3 into 10 to the power 6, no? 3 into 10 to the power 6, 3 got cancelled. 10 to the power 8 minus 6 is 2. 10 to the power 2 means 100, no? N1 is 100, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Refractive index of second medium, absolute refractive index is like C by V2. I hope the screen
Sir.
is visible, yes.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, okay. Let me share it one more time. Now, is the screen visible, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 1.5 into 10 to the power 6. 1.5 on the 1.52. So it becomes 2 into 10 to the power 2, right? N2 is equal to 2 into 10 to the power 2. So it is like N2 equal to, it becomes 200, no, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now what they're asking ratio of refractive index of medium 1 divided by refractive index of medium 2. That is equal to 100 divided by 200 and it becomes 1 by 2, no? Answer is 1 by 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So N1 by N2 is equal to 1 by 2. Will you do this kind of questions, dear children?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is also taken care, all refraction related thing. Okay. And you know that if a speed of light is more in any medium means its refractive index will be less or not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If its refractive index is less, speed is more means it becomes like rarer medium, no? Yes or no? Now, if speed of light is less, then refractive index will become more. So if refractive index is more means it becomes denser medium, no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So many times I gave this idea, dear children. Based upon this, many questions can be framed. Okay, in all your competitions, so many questions can be framed on this. Okay. So you be careful and try to answer for this. Shall I go to next question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How many people have joined, Spandana?
36, sir.
36. Kirtan, are you there? Fazal? Fazal? Draw the ray diagram for image formation in convex lens. Convex lens. When the object is beyond 2f1. Also mention the nature of image. Also mention the nature of image. Yeah, do this please. Very simple question it is. Here is the lens. Here is the optical center. Here is f1. Here is 2f1. Here is f2. 2f2. You write it. You do it with a proper scaling. Okay. Proper scaling. Okay. Now the object is beyond 2f1. No? Beyond 2f1 means here. Let me name it as AB. Is this AB visible, dear children, to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It may be at the end, but still it is there. Then it refracts through this principal focus. Another is like through optical center, and they go and meet here. Now this image is diminished, or I mean more size it is having. Tell me. As it becomes
Enlarged,
forward,
sir.
no. No, think over it. No. So infinity means small size, and beyond this means little bit bigger size. 2f1 means same size, and before 2f1 means it will become small. It will become enlarged. No. Think over it. I mean, when the object is at infinity, where the image is at f1, very very small, no, highly diminished. Then after that, beyond 2f1 means it will be a little bit smaller. No, smaller means diminished. At 2f1 means the same size you will get here. Then between f1 and 2f1 means the image will become enlarged. No, dear children. Yes or no? Are you understanding what I'm saying? So just because
Yes,
I
sir.
have taken this, I have taken that with a little bit wrong scaling, no, that is coming enlarged. But you should be having idea about that. Okay, now look at this. Now if I take small lens, then it will become clear. Okay. Yes, don't think like according to diagram it becomes enlarged. No, dear children, you will be wrong if you just write enlarged. Okay, f1 and 2f1, it becomes f2 and 2f2. Think over it, dear children. You yourself think. F2 and 2f2. Here is the object now. You have to show it a little bit bigger. Okay, and here is the first ray of light. This is I'm not doing with any scaling and all. I'm just doing rough diagram. With scale, if you do, you'll understand it. Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, dear children, are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where the image will be formed? Tell me where the image will be. It will be between f2 and 2f2. No.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, think over it. I mean, you should have that logical skill. Okay, and here will be the point b dash. So if it is like ab, it becomes a b dash, and you have to show one ray here. So it will come here, and this point will be a dash. So here will be the image a dash b dash. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is like a dash b dash. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the nature of image? It's real, and it is inverted, and it is diminished. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I hope it is clear, dear children. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please be careful. Don't, I mean, as per the diagram, don't say like it will be enlarged. Try to think logically also and what we have done already. Those things also you should be keeping in mind. Now, what can be the magnification of this? If I give you magnification of 4 values, like one is like 1, and next one is like 1.5, next one is like 0.5, and next one is like minus 0.75. Which one can be the magnification possibly? Which magnification is right for among these 4 for this diagram?
Minus 0.75.
Minus
Yes.
0.5.
So this becomes correct option. No, all other things. I mean, maybe I don't know whether I mean this may be the magnification because it is inverted means it can never be positive. Magnification can never be positive. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Try to get it what I'm saying. If any other option is given as minus 1.5, will it become correct? Minus 1.5 is given, for example. Is this answer correct? Minus 1.5? Just because it is minus, is there, will it become correct? This is also wrong. Why? Because the image is diminished, no? So that's why it should be less than 1, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So try to get this, okay? This is very important. Next question is coming on that. So I'm going to give you next question. That question is like, object is placed between f1 and 2f1 of convex lens. f1 and 2f1 of convex lens. Possible magnification value is A, B, C, D. 1, 1.2, minus 1.5, minus 0.8. Please do this. Possible, we don't know what is the magnification. Possible magnification we're asking. Definitely 3 are wrong and 1 is right in this. Yes. 1.2. If you say 1.2 means it becomes wrong. No, 1.2 is the wrong answer.
Minus 1.
C. Minus, yes, this is the right answer. Why minus 1.5? That's a big question. Now, where the object is placed, dear children? Between f1 and 2f1, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Between try to get this, okay? This is the lens, okay? This is the lens here, and here is the principal axis. Now here is the O. This is like f1, and this is like 2f1. Now if the now here we have f2 and 2f2. Those things are there always. Now if the object is placed between f1 and 2f1 means if the object is here. Now where the image will be formed? Tell me how. What will be the nature of that image? It goes like this and it passes through optical center. Will it be forming beyond 2f2, dear children? Again, this is like AB, and this becomes B dash, and from here onwards, one ray will be going. That's why it is A dash. Correct now?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you see that this image is enlarged? Just like that I have drawn, it is not looking there. But is it enlarged or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Everybody knows that. And is it inverted or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So whatever
Yes, sir.
magnification should be there, enlarged means it should be greater than 1, and it should be inverted means minus. So no need to write that. It should be minus also, and it should be greater than 1 also. So what is the option here? 1.5 is minus 1.5 is there, no? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that's how you need to think, dear children. That's how you need to think, and you have to answer for this kind of MCQs if they come. Okay, but I want you to prepare for all kinds of things, whatever will come in exam. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. The first thing what you have to concentrate in your light reflection and refraction is like you have to concentrate on reflection topics. Whenever you come to reflection, you have to concentrate on mirror formula, right? You have to concentrate on mirror formula. All right. Mirror formula, everybody knows 1 by f equal to 1 by v plus 1 by u, how the numerical will be asked. And next you have to concentrate on magnification, that is like minus v by u. Clear, dear children, reflection? Then you must be knowing about laws of reflection also. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Laws of
Yes,
reflection,
sir.
then you must be knowing all ray diagrams. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So are you noting down this or not? No, note
Yes,
down. I
sir.
mean, this will be useful when you this document will come to you anyway, but you have to write down this also. Reflection. Then when you come to refraction, no. So in refraction, what you have to concentrate on? First of all, definition. Reflection definition, you know. So this definition you should know. Okay. After knowing the definition, reason for refraction. What is the reason for refraction, dear children? Light travels with the different speeds in different media. That's where refraction happens, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then bending towards the normal, away from the normal, and you should know about rarer medium. Then you should know about denser medium. All those things you must be knowing or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Then after that, you should be knowing laws of refraction. Laws of refraction. Yes or no? And that too, in that you must know Snell's law. In this only, you should know Snell's law. How Snell's law come for a given pair of media and given color of light? Refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is equal to sin I by sin R. You should be knowing this. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Now afterwards, you should know some more things. That is like a basic thing. This is like a first medium and second medium. Those things are there. And afterwards, here the speed is like V1. Here the speed is like V2. And here is the angle I. And here is the angle R. And you must know refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is like first definition Snell's law, sin I by sin R. And next definition is like V1 by V2. You must know this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Clear, no? Then you should know absolute refractive index of any medium is equal to speed of light in air divided by speed of light in that medium. You should know this. Yes? Yes or no? What is this? This is absolute refractive index, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So everybody should know this. Then afterwards, you must be having idea about if a speed is less. Speed is less means refractive index is more. If refractive index is more means it becomes which medium? Denser medium, no? If a speed is more, refractive index is less. Refractive index is less means it becomes rarer medium, no? So based upon speed and refractive index, you can recognize which is rarer medium and which is denser medium. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then after that, you should know refraction through glass slab. In a glass slab, okay? You should know incident ray. You should know refracted ray, and you should know emergent ray. Then you should be knowing one definition. What is that definition? That is lateral shift, right?
Yes.
Yes. Then after that, what you should be knowing? You should be knowing about lens formula. Yes or no? Lens formula is like 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u, and magnification equal to v by u. Okay. All the ray diagrams you should know. Yes or no? Ray diagrams you must know all these things. Clear knowledge? Are you becoming clear? I mean, by end of this chapter, because after this, I'm never going to discuss this chapter till the very end. Okay, once your board exams come, at that time I'll be discussing. Till then, you must be very perfect in this. Clear, no? Then after that, you must be knowing about P is equal to 1 by F power. And this whatever F is there, it should be in meters. And unit of this power is diopter. Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
So now chapter is over or still something is remaining in the chapter? Tell me.
Over, sir.
Yeah, nothing is remaining now. Now, how many marks everyone should score in this? Yes or no? This is how everybody's answer sheet should look like. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Will it
sir.
look like this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's see how many. Now, one more thing I just want to announce. Whatever you do, no, you send it in WhatsApp only. No need to upload it on Teachment, because many are sending in Teachment, many are sending in WhatsApp. Better to send it in WhatsApp. Clear, dear children?
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody's answer sheet I must receive by 11:15. 11:15. Everybody's answer sheet should be received. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
10 to 11 you have to write the test, and 10:15 I should receive it. Okay. Sorry, 11:15. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I mean, because so many people are uploading there and here also, so that's why it's becoming difficult. So don't upload it on a Teachment. I have given 60 minutes there only, so you can upload it on. I mean, you can send it to my WhatsApp number, personal WhatsApp number. Okay. So now this document will also come. Now, are you feeling confident for the test, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, I mean, if this test become good, then definitely your exams will also become very good. Okay. All right. Kirtan, I think you have come here. I was outside of this app. That's why you were not visible. Your message was not visible. Now, in these things, I don't know whatever you have learned. I don't know how much you have learned. But the thing is like you should keep on learning. And there are so many videos. Learn that these people have gone forward. That doesn't mean that you are backward. No, you are just at the position now. Your position now. Now you can reach them. You can surpass them. You can take over them. ಅವ್ರಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು. ಆ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನಾನು ಕಳಿಸಿರುವಂತ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಇರಬೇಕು. Okay. All right, dear children. Thank you very much for joining the class, and I will see you after the test. And I will be announcing another class. Then I will carry forward with trigonometric identities. No, applications of trigonometry is going on. No? After that, we'll come back to trigonometric identities in offline class. All right, dear children. So thank you very much for joining the class. Have a good day and bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye,
Bye,
sir.
bye.
Bye,
Bye,
sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye, everyone.